Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test of the 2021 Nissan Rogue front-wheel drive. We're going to head out on the highway, do 50 miles out, 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour, to get a realistic cruising fuel economy average for this crossover. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at it. All new for 2021, the Nissan Rogue, competing with the likes of the Mazda CX-5, Toyota RAV4, Ford Escape. This compact crossover definitely got some aggressive looks in the front. Haven't totally won me over, but we'll see if this front-wheel drive SL trim can do well on the highway. If you want to see more on the Rogue, check the links in the description for our test of the Bose audio system, as well as our full review. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA Highway Fuel Economy test that gives this Rogue 34 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are people who take their vehicles on long road trips and would like to know what sort of numbers they could realistically expect on the highway from their cars. So in order to do that, we're going to fill up at the pump here, head out, do 50 miles out, 50 miles back in the opposite direction, come back, fill up at the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method, and get ourselves a result. A few things to note. Today the ambient temperature is 34 degrees Fahrenheit. The tire pressures have been set to their door placard, 33 in the front, 30 in the rear. That's in PSI. Let's get out and fill it up. 2.679 gallons going in for our initial fill. Before we actually start the vehicle, we're going to reset our GPS. Also going to reset our drive computer. That gives us average speed, fuel economy, distance, and time. We're going to put the car in eco mode. There's also standard and sport. Set the climate control to 73 degrees auto. We are good to go. We're going to head over to the highway. It's about half a mile away. Pick up the test from there. The goal of this test is not to hypermile, but rather to drive effectively as one would on a long highway road trip. So we're going to get up to speed at a decent pace here. Set the cruise control to a GPS indicated 72 miles per hour. Looks like that's going to be 73 miles per hour. There is a decent bit of wind today, but we'll be coming back in the opposite direction, so that should cancel out. Other than that, initial highway comfort seems pretty decent. Not too much road noise, decent seating position. So we're going to catch up with you at the end of the test. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire run. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the 2021 Nissan Rogue. Fairly uneventful trip. Just still decently comfortable in these seats. I haven't been a huge fan of the Pro Pilot Assist semi-autonomous driving feature, or if you want to call it lane keeping assist. It feels like I'm always having to readjust or fight with the steering wheel. But it is a very competent system when it comes to actually driving. I mean, I can set it right here. You can see just pilots through the lane. The other annoying thing is listen to this beep. Every time you cancel it, maybe to change lanes or something, then you come back and it resets. You get that beep. And that's every time. You can cancel, reset, doesn't matter. You're constantly getting that beeping. And I know from experience, I took a Nissan Altima on a trip with some friends, and after that happened a few times, my passenger leaned over and he was like, what is it? Is there a problem? And I was like, no, that's just the sound it makes every time you change lanes. So maybe there's a way to turn that off in the system somewhere, I'm not sure, but that's a bit frustrating. Other than that, we're averaging 32.3 miles per gallon, a little bit below EPA, but we'll get back to the pump, put some gas in it, and see if that readout is accurate. We did average 70 miles per hour, no problem, so I dropped the speed down by 1 mile per hour about 3/4 of the way through the test in order to keep a more accurate 70 mile per hour average. So we're going to take it nice and easy back to the pump, fill up, get ourselves a result. 32.3 miles per gallon. Let's fill it up. $3.153 gallons going in. 102.2 divided by 3.153 gives us 32.4 gallons. So, remarkably accurate to the car's readout. 32.3 to 32.4. So, I think that's a pretty safe 32 miles per gallon here in the Rogue on the highway. A little bit bummed to see that figure a few miles per gallon below EPA, especially here in the front-wheel drive model, but maybe it would do slightly better in the warm. Who knows? So we do know that our fuel tank is 14.5 gallons, so we'll do 14.5 times 32 gives us an effective highway cruising range of about 460 miles. Hope you all found that informative. If you want to see more on the 2021 Nissan Rogue, check the links in the description for our sound system test of the Bose audio system, as well as our full review. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.